Hello, everybody. God bless each and every one of you. It is Saturday. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope tomorrow you get a chance to get to the church. Um, I miss church. I miss church so bad. Um, I have never missed this many Sundays in my life. I haven't been to church since July, since I was diagnosed with COVID or tested positive, or whatever you want to call it. So it's a very, integral part of my Christian walk, as I'm sure it is yours as well. I want to get back to a little bit of the normal things that I talk about. I've talked a lot about my health over the last month and a half, what I've been through, what I'm still battling. But I want to change gears and start to get back into the normal things that I talk about on my channel. And that's about this country and the direction that we are currently going and how that lines up with the Word of God and, stuff like that. That's usually what I like to talk about. I usually like to correlate the Bible with what's going on, not only in America, but throughout the world. And we're seeing a lot of turmoil. We're seeing a lot of division, a lot of hatred. And my friends, that is not godly. That is not godly in any shape, form, or manner. That is the devil. That is the Antichrist spirit. And I've spoken many times about the Antichrist spirit, about how it has to come first before the Antichrist, meaning the Antichrist spirit will permeate itself through the world for people to be able to accept some of the things that are coming. Pardon me. I still have a mild cough. Things that are coming, your mind has to be altered in a way that you would accept this stuff. There is going to be millions and billions of people that are going to be fooled by this man, by this Antichrist. Going to be fooled. They're going to think he is the best thing since sliced bread. And the Antichrist spirit, it comes before him because it sets things up. And I believe we are seeing a lot of that today. Not just in America, it's all over the world. You see this ideology that's being, taught and being pushed upon citizens in not only America, but in every country. And it's getting to the point that if you don't believe or think the way they want, you're persecuted. Your rights are taken from you. Maybe not completely, but they are pushed down upon. Here in the United States, we have the right to free speech. We have the right to bear arms. We have the freedom of religion. We have a lot of rights via the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, but a lot of them, you may be able to speak what you want, but you may not be able to get it out to the masses because of the internet and who runs the internet and people like that. And that is why I say the Antichrist spirit, this is what's got to happen. This hatred that we're seeing everywhere, even if you turn the news on, you're seeing them slant everything with a mindset of hate towards a certain section of this country. Again, people that don't believe nor accept their ideology. So we are the bad people. We are the racist. We are the Nazis. You've heard it. Mr. Elder, the gentleman that just ran for governor of California, they were calling him a white supremacist, and he is an African American. Now, that is absolutely mind-blowing, but this word was bandied over and over and over in the media, that he was a white supremacist, and yet he's an African American. These are just examples of hatred. And as I said at the very beginning, this is not of God. God has nothing to do with what we're seeing. This is the evil and wickedness of man. Okay, this is the sinful nature of mankind coming forth and being pushed in your face, my face, our children's faces, the generations that's going to be coming up after us. I feel so sorry for them because their minds are being just poisoned with such hatred, such wickedness, and might I add, godlessness. They teach there is no God. Remember, I have spoke about this, how they say God is, it's a fairy tale. It's the same as the Tooth Fairy or the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus. These are some of the things teachers have been caught via video teaching their students. And we wouldn't know this stuff if it wasn't for brave students that pull out their phones and video this stuff. So they're teaching our children there is no God. So they're basically raising a godless generation. And when you do that, and I've said this before, when you remove God out of a situation, okay, let's say America, big country, coast to coast, north, south, east, west, big country. When you remove God from America, okay, you're leaving a void. And I've said this many times, and I'm going to say it again. You're leaving a void. And when you take God out and there is a void there, something must fill that void. What that is Satan with his wickedness, his evil, vile wickedness takes that empty void. He comes in, and then this is what we're seeing. We're seeing this hatred on a daily basis towards people that are, again, that don't think like they do. We need to pray for the churches, okay? Because if you think these people are not going to come after the church, all right, we know they're going to, because Revelations, it tells us this, that we will be persecuted, okay, especially when the mark comes in. You know, that's persecution of the likes we have never seen before when that comes in. But the church is going to be on their list of attacks, because I'm going to say this, the church in a nation of tyranny, and a nation of wickedness, and a nation of godlessness, the church is always your last bastion of freedom. Always. And that's why throughout history, throughout nations that have gone the direction of dictatorships, gone directions of communism, socialism, fascism, whatever you want to call it, they always attack the church. They always shut the church down as best as they can. Because why? As I just said, the church gives you hope. Okay? God gives you hope. If you have faith and you believe and accept Jesus Christ, you have that. They can't take that away from you unless you give it to them, unless you give it up. Backslide, whatever you want to call it. Okay? The church is always the last bastion of freedom. And we're seeing this today. We're starting to see the attacks on the churches today. I'm going to tell you this story, and I'm going to really dance around it very easily, because I got to be very careful how I tell this story, what words I use. So I'm going to be very vague, and hopefully you'll pick up on what I'm saying. But recently there was a woman that came to our church because her church got closed, because a person had gotten sick. And when that person got sick, the local health department came in and shut the whole church down and closed it down. And this is what they're trying to do. They're going around asking people, is anybody sick? You know, they're trying to get people. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, they're going to shut every church down, but it's just start. So pray for the churches. Pray for this country. Have a wonderful Saturday. God bless each and every one of you. Bye-bye.